Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call to order this July 5th meeting of, it's a holiday week, this July 5th, 2023 meeting of the Pierce County Council. The time is 12:17 p.m. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Yes, Councilmember Campbell.
Here.
Councilmember Krueger.
Here.
Councilmember Denson.
Here.
Councilmember Herrera.
Here.
Councilmember Hitchin.
Here.
Councilmember Morrell.
Here.
And Councilmember Mello.
Here.
Mr. Chair, there are 7 members present.
Thank you. 7 members present is a quorum. Our moment of silence today is dedicated to the victims of mass shootings around our country over the 4th of July holiday weekend. The mass shootings included 5 killed and injured in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 4 dead and 7 others wounded in Shreveport, Louisiana, 3 dead in Fort Worth, Texas, along with 9 people injured in a mass shooting in Washington, D.C., and 2 people dead and 28 others injured at a mass shooting in Baltimore, Maryland, all this weekend. This uniquely American problem continues to ravage our communities, and we mourn these losses with our nation. Today's also a momentous day for many reasons. One of those reasons is the Council recently changed its rules of procedure to pause and do a reflection at the beginning of each regular meeting for a tribal land acknowledgement. Pierce County is home to 4 federally recognized tribes and home to thousands of other people from other tribes around the country. So please join us in listening to the land acknowledgement and Pledge of Allegiance led by Vice Chair Campbell, followed by a moment of silence dedicated to the many victims and families of mass shootings across the country this weekend. Vice Chair Campbell.
Thank you, Chair. We acknowledge that we are on the traditional homelands of the Coast Salish tribes. Coast Salish people have lived on and stewarded these lands since time immemorial and continue to do so today. We recognize that this land acknowledgement is one small step towards true allyship, and we commit to uplifting the voices, experiences, and histories of the indigenous people of this land. I'd like to invite you all to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. It is in the back corner. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Vice Chair Campbell, for doing our first ever land acknowledgement, and appreciate your leadership in making sure we do that thoughtfully and respectfully.
Thank you.
That brings us to item 4, approval of the agenda. Are there any objections to approving today's agenda as presented? Seeing no objection, the agenda is approved. That brings us to the consent agenda today. We do have the consent agenda before us, which includes the meeting schedule of the week of July 10th through the 14th, and the July 11th, 2023 council meeting agenda. Does any member wish to remove any item from today's council meeting agenda? Not seeing any. Vice Chair Campbell for a motion.
Thank you, Chair. Move approval of the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we adopt the consent agenda as presented. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Councilmember Krueger.
Aye.
Councilmember Denson.
Aye.
Councilmember Herrera.
Aye.
Councilmember Hitchin.
Aye.
Councilmember Morrell.
Aye.
Councilmember Campbell.
Aye.
And Councilmember Mello.
Aye.
The result of the roll call vote is 7 ayes and 0 nays.
On a vote of 7 ayes and 0 nays, the consent agenda is adopted. That does bring us to Section 6, messages from the executive, judges, or prosecuting attorney. There are 2 today. The first is a message from the executive transmitting the following ordinance, which was approved and signed on June 20th, 2023. It included an ordinance that amended the makeup of the Birth to 25 Advisory Board to add a superintendent of a public school here in Pierce County to the Birth to 25 Advisory Board. The second item was a message from the executive transmitting the following ordinance, which was approved and signed on June 27th, 2023. And that included an ordinance that repealed and replaced the Growth Management Act 2044 housing unit targets for cities, towns, and unincorporated Pierce County. Those were the messages from the executive. That does bring us to section 7 of our agenda, which is proclamations, recognitions, and awards. And our first proclamation today is the LGBTQ plus Pride Month proclamation. I'd like to invite to the podium 4 honored guests who are here to receive the proclamation for us. They include Alma Murphy, a Puyallup Tribal Council member and a student at Chief Leschi School. Mary Connolly, who is representing the LGBTQ plus employee resource group here at Pierce County. Please come to the podium. Matthew Wilson, Executive Director of the Oasis Youth Center, and Quincy Tyson, the Executive Director of the Rainbow Center. I invite all 4 of you to the podium while I have the honor of reading this proclamation into the record. Welcome. So this is a proclamation of the Pierce County Council proclaiming the month of July as LGBTQ plus Pride Month in Pierce County, Washington. Whereas we affirm the dignity of all people, and we call on the people of Pierce County to reflect on the importance of mutual respect and love for one another. And whereas today we celebrate and honor the achievements and resiliency of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, asexual, and two-spirit, or LGBTQ plus individuals and communities. And whereas every Pierce County resident should be able to live without fear of prejudice, discrimination, violence, or hatred based on their sexual orientation or gender identity. And whereas members of the LGBTQ plus community have contributed richly to civic, economic, cultural, and public life, and Pierce County is dedicated to fostering acceptance for all our residents. And whereas despite the progress made advancing civil rights for LGBTQ plus Americans, too many LGBTQ plus people, especially transgender people, face disproportionate impacts in homelessness, housing and workplace discrimination, hate crimes, suicide, mental health, and civic inclusion. And whereas the rights of LGBTQ plus Americans continue to be under attack nationwide, as several states have adopted harmful legislation banning books with LGBTQ plus topics and characters, prohibiting the acknowledgement of queer identities in the classroom, and banning vital gender-affirming care for trans youth, and criminalizing parents and providers seeking to help their children live as their authentic selves. And whereas according to the Human Rights Campaign, as of May 2023, a record 540 anti-LGBTQ plus bills have been introduced in state legislatures across the country this year, including over 220 bills specifically targeting transgender and non-binary people, resulting in the Human Rights Campaign declaring a national state of emergency for LGBTQ plus individuals. And whereas we support our LGBTQ plus Pierce County residents and our LGBTQ plus county employees who serve the people of our community with excellence each and every day. And whereas throughout the month of July, community, faith, arts, and cultural activities will take place in Pierce County, with details to be found at tacomapride.org, including information about the Tacoma Pride Street Festival happening Saturday, July 8th, which celebrates the history, culture, and contributions of the LGBTQ plus community and fosters understanding and appreciation for the differences that enrich us all. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed on this 5th day of July 2023 by the Pierce County Council that the month of July 2023 is LGBTQ plus Pride Month in Pierce County, Washington, and residents are encouraged to attend community events this month and support equal protection under the law for our LGBTQ plus neighbors, co-workers, friends, and family members. Can we give them a round of applause, please? Alma, again, welcome. Many of us got to meet you this on Friday at Puyallup Tribal Headquarters when the Puyallup Tribal Council and you helped raise the pride flag at Puyallup Tribe Headquarters. So thank you for being with us. We'd invite you to offer some remarks to begin with.
Hello. As Mr. Mello said, my name is Alma Murphy, and I'm a Chief Lesha High School student. I just wanted to say that unity is important, and discrimination will not bring people like me and my community down. And meetings like this and other steps forward, as I said again, I'm a little bit nervous, are just very important in general. So I want to say thank you for welcoming me, and it's a step in the right direction. So thank you.
Thank you, Alma. Thank you for your bravery to be with us, Alma. Mary Connolly.
Good morning. Good morning, Chair Mello and members of the council. Happy Pride. My name is Mary. I use she, her pronouns, and I work with the Pierce County. I work in Pierce County Human Services with the South Sound Housing Affordability Partners. I'm a member of the LGBTQ plus community, and I'm here representing Pierce County's newly formed LGBTQ plus employee resource group. Oh, thank you. While the group is newly formed and it's still refining its values and purpose, I imagine that this group will be a space for LGBTQ people and allies to be in community and to take steps in ensuring that the Pierce County workplace is supportive and safe for LGBTQ employees. It's an honor to be here alongside Alma Murphy and representatives from the Rainbow Center and Oasis Youth Center. Thank you for the work you do in the community to support, celebrate, and advocate for queer people and youth. I just want to talk about a couple things I'm thinking about this Pride Month. First, I'm thinking about how far we've come. Just in my lifetime, we've seen a lot of progress in rights for the LGBTQ community. Growing up, I was afraid to be queer, and now I'm grateful to be in a space, both mentally and physically, where I can embrace and express this identity. But I'm also thinking about how far there is to go. As stated in the proclamation, progress for LGBTQ people has been reversed in many places as policies around the country are implemented to take away the rights of queer people, especially young people and trans people. And inequities persist in arenas such as health and housing. For example, according to HUD, between 20 to 40% of youth who are homeless in the U.S. are members of the LGBTQ community. And that's why the work of groups such as the Oasis Youth Center is so important, so that LGBTQ people, and especially youth, have a place to be supported and seen. And finally, I'm thinking about what it means to celebrate Pride. Celebrating Pride isn't just about celebrating romantic partners. It means celebrating community and chosen family, and it means celebrating the fullest expression of oneself. So thank you for having me accept this proclamation and for proclaiming July as Pride Month in Tacoma, and happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Thank you. Next up, I'd like to invite Matthew Wilson, the Executive Director of the Oasis Youth.
Hi. I'm really honored to be here, and I appreciate the invitation to be a part of this historic moment, because you are taking time to implement in the county record that you support, care about LGBTQ people, especially LGBTQ plus youth. In the past, the attacks have been focused a lot on adults, and recently the attacks have been more and more increasing towards LGBTQ youth, whether that's their access to care, whether they can discuss their identity at school. And so I appreciate that the proclamation is inclusive of all the issues that we're dealing with today, including the fact that LGBTQ youth are facing some of the same issues that were brought up earlier around homelessness. That continues to be a big problem for us. However, today is also a moment of celebration, and we Also want to share a hopeful future for the youth, that they are an important part of the community, that they're cared for, and that's what we strive to do at Oasis Youth Center. And I appreciate the invitation and I'm happy to accept it. Thanks.
Thank you for being here, Matthew. Quincy Tyson.
Good afternoon, Chair Mello and the rest of the council members of Pierce County. I want to say thank you all for taking the time today to acknowledge the LGBTQ community through your proclamation. The words that you share in your proclamation are deep felt throughout this entire community. As a representative from the Rainbow Center, which services all of Pierce County, all the queer community from entire Pierce County, being established in 1997, our focus has been on serving the community, making sure that the community has a place to feel home, to feel safe, has somebody to stand in the gap for them, to fight for them. And it's important for our elected officials, such as yourself, to continue to fight, to continue to stand up and speak out for the community, especially the community, the marginalized communities such as this. Your proclamation does exactly that by proclaiming July as Pride Month. So I do want to thank you for that. I do want to remind you that we still have work to do. We take this month to celebrate. We take this month to be able to share with one another, with extended family, with created families, because a lot of people who were kicked out from their own families for being who they are. But we still have work to do. So I encourage you to remember that as we go forward outside of July, that there's still a lot of work to be done. But at this time, we thank you for your support. We invite you all out on Friday as we recognize some of the individuals in the queer community for the work they have done for the community, as well as raise the flag over City Hall, as well as I encourage you to come out on Saturday for the festival from noon to 6 right here on Pacific Avenue. It's going to be a great festival where as community is able to get together in a safe place and enjoy one another. Again, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tyson. We are changing our practice here at the Pierce County Council. Not only have we added a tribal land acknowledgement at the beginning of the meeting, but we're changing our practice here during proclamations. I'm going to open it up to remarks by my colleagues, if there are any. But we no longer vote on proclamations. We sign the proclamation, so you'll see several members, a majority of the Pierce County Council, signing on to the proclamation. But before we invite you up for a picture, I want to see what remarks there are by council members. Councilmember Denson.
Yes, thank you, Chair Mello. I want to thank our wonderful guests and thank you for all of your work that you're doing in the LGBTQ plus community. I'm really excited to hear that there is a workplace resource for folks to make sure that as an employer here at Pierce County, we're supporting our employees and making them feel welcome. And it's just so important to have that community as it is in the rest of the Pierce County community. So thank you all for your good work. I went to the Tacoma Pride Festival last year with my son. We had a blast. It's a great event, so I certainly encourage anyone to check it out. It was way bigger than I thought it was going to be. It was just so much fun. And then I want to give a shout out to my Gig Harbor Key Peninsula community, because last weekend they had an event called Pride in the Park. It was really the first Pride event on our side of the water. I hear there was over like 3,000 people there with music and entertainment and food and businesses out, and it was just a huge success, and just by a couple residents that got together to start it. And the feedback from the community, both LGBTQ plus and not LGBTQ plus, but allies, they were just so excited, and I was really proud, really proud of our community for doing that. So we do have a lot of work to do, but we're making progress, and it's due in great part to the work that you all are doing in your own individual communities. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilmember Denson. Councilmember Hitchin.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you to my colleagues that are prioritizing this and publicly saying that Pride is important, that the LGBTQ community in Pierce County matters and has a place and a home and a family here. In 20 years of education, the way we treat people who are not like ourselves has changed. We have gotten better at seeing someone who doesn't look like us and coming in contact with them with empathy. We have so much further to go. We need to understand that we are all individual human beings, first and foremost. We all love who we love. We get frustrated with who we get frustrated with. But hate really shouldn't be where we go. And so when we talk about proclaiming Pride Month in Pierce County, we are talking about saying that I may not be like you, I may not love who you love, I may not understand you, but I'm going to accept you because you are a human being and I'm a human being, full stop. And so I just continue to be very excited when we do these things because it's important as a government that everybody knows that we are here for them, that we care about them, and they have rights in this community. And especially super frustrated when it's attacking youth. Listening to a phenomenal book that I got through the Pierce County Library called Becoming Nicole, which is about an actress who, twins, identical twins, so the biology there gets a little confusing. If for the biology teacher, they both came out as male. She transitioned very young. At 2, she was starting to talk about, I hate my sexual orientation, I hate my penis, I hate things like this about myself. She hated herself and her family figuring out, how do I help a toddler? How do I help a toddler who's going through this and so frustrated with their body, they just didn't feel right? And then how do these adults who are trying to help this child go through this transition and love them and support them and protect them? I would like to get to the love and support and not have to worry about protecting. And these kinds of proclamations help us get there because it should be about love and support. So thank you to my colleagues that are signing on to this, and thank you for coming and accepting in the work you do in our community to make this a safe place. Sorry for the ramble. Thank you.
Thank you for those reflections, Councilmember Hitchin. Vice Chair Kimball.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you all for coming out today to accept this. Thank you, Chair Mello, for your work on leading this, and through the years, while the hair on my chin may be a bit gray, I'm not that far removed that I don't forget what middle school, high school was like. Seeing dear friends treated poorly or afraid to be who they were. I grew up in a school in Nebraska, and as far as anyone knew, there was one openly gay kid in our whole school. Now, we know that's not true, but that's all, and the way that he was treated was shameful. So I'm happy to see how far we have come when I hear about celebrations of thousands of people showing up just to celebrate the best in people. When you're at Pride, it's all about celebrating the best. And so we've come such a long ways, even from the time when I was first on city council and we began doing celebrations in the city of Tacoma. It was a handful of people, and now it's thousands that show up to celebrate the best in people in our community. And so I want to focus on celebrating the best in people, continue to be vigilant so I don't want to go back to how things were in my high school, but just so happy to be part of this. And I do want to, when I look across my dais here, I actually want to thank all of us. Special meeting today. Would have been really easy not to show up and not to bear witness. And while sometimes you may not be comfortable standing alongside, agreeing to show up and bear witness and still be in the room, it says a lot too. And I will acknowledge that. One day I hope we can all stand together. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Vice Chair Campbell. Any other final remarks? I'll close our council remarks. Again, grateful to our honored guests, each and every one of you, for being here today to accept this on behalf of the community and for all the work that you do year-round. It's a momentous day for many reasons. We've noted our tribal land acknowledgement, the first time ever this council has taken that action step, our voicing our acknowledgement and commitment. But this is also the first time that an out gay man has sat in this chair and had the honor of chairing this meeting and reading this proclamation into the records. These symbols of proclamations, symbols of flags, symbols of festivals, these symbols matter, right? As my colleagues have indicated, people seeing themselves visibly accepted in this community brings mental strength, psychological strength, physical strength to their being. I hear it all the time as I go about doing my work in community that, right, being out is the most powerful thing we possibly can do when people see themselves in community, in a profession, in civic life, and actively safe in community and thriving in community. One last plug for this festival. I think this Saturday will be fantastic. A huge thank you to the Rainbow Center for the tremendous amount of work that goes into this. That is certainly the most well-attended event that we anticipate. There are really great events that the Rainbow Center and the Tacoma Pride Festival help curate throughout this community all month long. There's an interfaith celebration hosted at the University of Puget Sound, my alma mater, go Loggers. There's the Oasis Youth Center is hosting a brunch. I think we might be at sellout capacity soon. But there's a movie in the park at People's Park. There's all kinds of things almost every day of the month, and you can go to tacomapride.org to see that full schedule of all kinds of arts and culture, faith, and other community activities. So with that, we want to, and I also wanted to give a formal thank you and recognition to our new Rainbow Center Executive Director, Quincy Tyson. Quincy comes to us from Southern California. He used to live here in Tacoma, went away to seek professional opportunities elsewhere, and the community recruited him back, and he's now leading our LGBTQ community center, the Rainbow Center, and we're so very pleased that we have your talents back home here in Pierce County, Washington, Quincy. So again, welcome to all of you. Thank you for coming. We're going to invite you all up on stage to take a photo with us and get a copy of your proclamation.
Good to see you.
A little bit so that both of you are in the room.
You see too.
Wait, sorry, switch this way? Yeah. Okay.
And if you wouldn't mind opening them, it takes a
Okay.
better picture. Perfect.
All right, that looks really good. All right, I'm gonna take a couple photos. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you.
I kind of froze a little bit, but that's okay.
Good to see you, Alma.
Good to see you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for making time to do this. Our next proclamation today is a proclamation of the Pierce County Council proclaiming July as Parks and Recreation Month in Pierce County, Washington. I'd like to call to the podium Kyle Wintermute, Pierce County Parks Deputy Director. Kyle, thank you for being with us. And I'm going to ask Councilmember Denson to read this proclamation into the record. Councilmember Denson.
Yes, thank you, Chair Mallow. A proclamation of the Pierce County Council proclaiming July 2023 as Parks and Recreation Month in Pierce County, Washington. Whereas access to and enjoyment of outdoor spaces is recognized as being at the heart of quality of life in the Pacific Northwest, and Pierce County has an abundance of federal, state, county, and city parks and trails that provide residents open and recreational spaces. And whereas Parks and Recreation Services promote health and wellness, improving the physical and mental health of people who live near parks. And whereas with over 5,200 acres and more than 40 miles of developed parks and walking paths, the Pierce County Parks Department manages more areas of park properties than any other park provider in the county and has unique recreational opportunities, including 3 recreation centers, a sports complex, an ice rink, a skateboard park, 2 boat launch sites, 2 golf courses, trail corridors, and even a disc golf course. And whereas not only is quality recreation at the heart of the Pierce County Parks mission, but so is conservation and natural land stewardship. with an additional 371 acres conserved in 2022, secured by the Conservation Futures Grant Program, bringing a total of 6,707 acres preserved throughout Pierce County. And whereas Pierce County Parks and Recreation hosts many events around the county, including Bark by the Bay, Fantasy Lights, fun runs, a classic car show, and a kite festival. Movies in the park, and a pitch-in for parks, with more events and details available on the Parks and Recreation website. And whereas our parks and natural recreation areas ensure the ecological beauty of our community and provide a place for children and adults to connect with nature and recreate outdoors. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed on this 5th day of July, 2023, by the Pierce County Council that we join with the National Parks and Recreation Association in its declaration recognizing July as Parks and Recreation Month in Pierce County, Washington. And residents are encouraged to get out, explore, and play at a park near you. Thank you.
Let's join us in a round of applause. Deputy Director Wintermute, welcome.
Thank you, and thank you, Councilmember Denson, for reading that. That's fantastic. Good afternoon, Council Chair Mello and council members. My name is Kyle Wintermute. I am the Deputy Director of Pierce County Parks and Recreation instead of Roxanne Miles, Director of Parks and Rec, being here. She is out recreating in beautiful Leavenworth right now, so and we'll be back soon. So it is my privilege to serve the citizens of Pierce County by leading an amazing group of park professionals who dedicate their lives to the conservation and development of parklands, as well as activation of public spaces with meaningful programs for all the residents of all ages. In a time when we are all feeling a bit stressed about economic issues, violence and crime in our neighborhoods, or the lack of access to opportunities, parks and recreation departments across the nation continue to see higher levels of use of programs and services that elevate people's lives. Parks are often an island of respite away from daily stressors. Parks provide opportunities for community engagement, bringing family, friends, and neighbors together for a common purpose and simply to enjoy life, like I'm sure all of you did on the 4th of July. Parks helps the environment by conserving the natural environment and promoting best practices for habit preservation. Our programs, park amenities, and events help people recognize the opportunities to live a healthier lifestyles, working to reduce health equity disparities in our communities. There is so much more to parks that have huge impacts on our lives, and we encourage everyone to get out and explore how to find and make your own everyday adventure. In 2022, Pierce County Parks provided recreational and leisure opportunities to 4.5 million park users. 834,000 of those participated in our activities, programs, and events. 1.25 million visited our sites to enjoy our parks or nature on their own terms. And then another 2.4 million biked, hiked, or strolled along those 25-plus miles of trails. We encourage all county residents to celebrate National Parks and Recreation Month and all the amazing and incredible parks provided by our park agencies, towns, and cities across the state. Pierce County Parks alone manages over those 5,200 acres of parkland in Pierce County. Since 1985, people in the United States have celebrated Park and Recreation Month in July to promote building strong, vibrant, and resilient communities through the power of parks and recreation. It is also important to recognize that nationally, the more than 160,000 full-time park and recreation professionals, along with hundreds of thousands of part-time, seasonal, and volunteers that commit to conserving and maintaining our country's local, state, and community parks. On behalf of our Parks Director, Roxanne Miles, myself, and all of our Pierce County Parks and Recreation employees, thank you for recognizing National Parks and Recreation Month. Now, I hope this meeting convenes early so you can all go out and play. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wintermute. Are there remarks by council members? Councilmember Hitchin.
Thank you, Chair. As a frequent user of a variety of our different parks, but love Sprinker and the forest land there where you can walk. My dog is on lockdown right now after surgery, so I won't be walking there for a couple months. But the ability to get out and play, one of the things, I want to start a trend. Maybe it's a hashtag, phone down Fridays. I know letter-wise it doesn't work, but sound-wise, phone down Fridays. Go outside and do something every Friday this summer. Go out and do something. And if it's not in a park, at least in your neighborhood, because we are suffering as a community through mental health and physical health from the lockdown, from everything that happened. And if you just put your phones down as a family or even as an individual and go take a walk in your neighborhood or go to a park, have a conversation with someone, you're going to find your mental health and your physical health will improve. Those are the kinds of things. And it's super simple and it's free. Our parks are right there, or your neighborhood. Hopefully you feel comfortable. You can just walk right outside your door. But phone down Fridays, I think we can do it. It's hashtag. I don't know how to start a hashtag, but I'm going to work on it. It'll be something. So, but I think we should encourage people to do that. So anyways, and start phone. Okay, just use my phone. Okay, not on Friday. Okay, coming to you on Thursday to start on Friday. Phone down Friday. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. We have some communications experts in the room who might have some thoughts on
Okay, perfect. Thank
how to
you.
help you use your phone to do just that.
Okay, perfect.
Councilmember Morell.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I too want to acknowledge the hard work of Pierce County Parks and Rec and their staff and the multitude of challenges that they have to deal with. But I think there again, this council is definitely supportive of our Parks Department. At times we get frustrated with our Parks Department, but I think, we understand as professionals that friction has a way of helping situations. And, just the ability, as Councilmember Hitchens said, just to get out and recreate is so important nowadays. I mean, it's beyond theory. It is now proven that getting outdoors is very good for your mental health. And we have the ability to jump on a trail, whether it be walk, roll, or ride, and end up in areas that, we could explore. So with our trail systems, with our regional parks, our programs, I'm excited that Pierce County is actually going to have a spray park. And I know the one over by me in Sunrise is used all the time by the residents there, and it's been just a great community asset. So I'm looking forward to Sprinker having that ability to serve Pierce County constituents and taxpayers and whoever else they bring in. So with that, I appreciate all the effort, and I know up at North Taps Park there this time of the year, it is crazy. And your new staff is handling things well. My phone's not ringing off. So with that, I just want to add my acknowledgement. For me, I acknowledge the fact that it is for the month, but just being able for me to get out on our trail systems, and hopefully we get the Foothills Trail patched up and back up and open. So thank you for that. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilmember Morell. Councilmember Herrera.
Thank you, Chair. Just wanted to add to what council members have already said, but thank you for all the hard work. You mentioned Sprinker. Your department helps create memories for families. I remember taking my kids when they were little there, and at the ball fields playing baseball. The Christmas lights bring memories back, and now your kids grow up and they move off or they come back. It's a generational thing and brings back great memories. And proclaiming this kind of like reminds people, hey, we have parks, let's go visit one. Sometimes in our busy lives, we kind of forget to stop what we're doing, gather the family up, and go somewhere together to create those memories. So we appreciate the work that you do, and thank you for making the memories. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Councilmember Cruver?
Thank you, Chair. I just want to echo the appreciation for that. I don't have quite so many parks out of my district, but Frontier Park, I know we throw in some zingers to you, and everyone there has always been very helpful in getting things fixed up, and I really appreciate that. And I look forward to the growth of the park system into that district, and I know it's being worked on. And just thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Vice Chair Campbell?
Thank you. I didn't want to get left out in just appreciation for our parks and all that we do. I know when I talk to many people, they'd like to see more. I agree. We'd love to see you having more opportunities and look forward to that, but just appreciative of how well maintained and the programs that you run at the current ones that we have, and what that means to so many people in our community. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Wintermuth, thank you for being with us on behalf of all of the employees who do such fantastic work on the public's behalf, just great public servants to make public spaces available, beautiful, safe, and welcoming for everybody, and the recreation programming that the department helps lead to bring individuals and families together. Many folks have reflected on their own experiences and how important it is to provide recreational opportunities for health, both physical health and mental health. I also just wanted to reflect that is so important. And we know that this place is the Puget Sound region is a growing region in population, right? And one of the reasons why it is a growing region and attracting growth is because of what a spectacular quality of life we have. And that is in large part because of the natural areas, the recreation spaces, the trails, and parks that we have in this region, including foremost those that are managed and operated by Pierce County Parks. So it is an economic driver. It is why we have so many innovators here and innovative companies and so much talent, is because it is such a high quality of life, and that high quality of life is largely driven by the spectacular landscape that we get to live in. So on behalf of the Pierce County Council, thank you so much to you and the hardworking public servants at Pierce County Parks and Recreation. With that, I'd invite you up to the stage to take a photo with us. Moving on to the rest of our agenda, but not forgetting about Phone Down Friday. Moving on, there are no ordinances today. There are no resolutions for consideration today. That does bring us to Community Forum, Section 10 of our agenda. Community Forum is an opportunity for members of the public to address the council on any topic that did not appear on today's agenda. There is a 3-minute limit. We ask you to state your name if you would like it on the record and address all comments to the chair. I'll start with those in chambers. Is there anyone in chambers wishing to provide comment during Community Forum? Not seeing anyone rushing to the podium. Thank you to the members of the public who are not paid to be here with us this week. Mr. Weinsberry, is there anyone on Zoom?
For any member of the public wishing to provide comment please press the raise hand icon on Zoom or press star 9. And we actually do have one attendee, so call ending in 075.
Press allowed to talk. Just start the timer when she's
Hi, this is Roxy Giddings. Thanks for taking my call. This is a day to say thank you to everybody. I really appreciate the Parks and Recreation, and I'm right out here by Sprinker and Parkland, and I think it's wonderful, and we're getting a new trail here, and I thank you for that. And I want to thank everybody for the two proclamations besides the other one, besides the Parks and Recreation one. Our church is going to be handing out some postcards saying, hey, you're welcome at our church. I'm not going to mention which one it is because that would be probably not my job. But anyway, we'll be down there at the festival on Saturday and welcoming everybody to come to our church because we like our gay people. We're having lots of fun with them, and they're having a good time too, and putting in a lot of hard work in our church, and I'm really grateful. The other thing was I noticed that the executive signed a thing about the housing units and how they're distributed among the towns and cities and the unincorporated part of Pierce County. And I want to thank the staff and everybody that works in Pierce County for the work that they did on that. It was incredible. And the state threw us a curveball, and I think it got done in time. I hope it did, because there was a tight timeline on changing who had to do what in that case of housing units, and I just really appreciate the work that they put into that, because I was listening on to the committee meetings on that, and it was just so complex. I couldn't believe it. So anyhow, in fact, housing units and the definition of one is complex all by itself. So thanks for everybody, and thanks you guys for this meeting. It was really fun to listen to.
Thank you, Ms. Giddings.
And there are no additional hands raised.
Seeing no other hands raised in Zoom, we will close the community forum portion of our meeting, which brings us to section 11, other business and announcements. Is there any other business or announcements by council members today? Not seeing any. Is there any other business or announcements by staff before council? Not seeing any, and seeing no other business before the Pierce County Council, we are adjourned.